Hello, I'm John Inverdale, and I'd like to tell you about a fantastic new pitch surface that can revolutionise your game. And we're not just talking football here, rugby and other sports can benefit as well. It's called Fibrelastic, it's from Mansfield Sand, and they're the company that already supply more than 40 Football League grounds with their fibre sand reinforced pitches. There's no denying that modern pitches look great, especially for TV viewers. There's no landing strip down the middle, and the goal mouths don't look as though a herd of rampaging cattle have been through them. Since the 80s, there have been huge advances in pitch technology and drainage. First with the creation of sand-dominant pitches, and then subsequently in the 90s, the introduction of fibre reinforcement in the form of Mansfield Sand's fibre sand products. Today's groundsmen are rightly proud of the extended durability and appearance of their pitches across long campaigns. But that advancement has come at a cost. Many of today's pitches are hard, slippery and unforgiving to the modern player in a highly competitive environment. And no manager or board of directors wants a top player to be injured when that injury could have been avoided. Nobody wants to return to the muddy old days before modern turf technology. What we do want to do is recreate the essence of prime soil turf at the height of summer, which allows the very best players to show off all their talents and skills. I've been talking to several key people about this. So what were the factors that led you to deciding that the level of investment that you made was worthwhile?
The first instance, we decided to change the construction of the pitch was because players were complaining about hardness, we're getting hamstring injuries, so we decided to look at other alternatives. We've got the data from Bingley on the new Fibrelastic. The results from Bingley were excellent, so we decided to go with that from there.
And what do you think now, the fact that the pitch is in such good nick week in, week out, what do you think that says about Newcastle United as a football club?
I think the most important thing is people walking in now, it looks as though the club's professional in everything they do. So that the stadium used to come in for us to sort of have the wow factor, the pitch didn't. The pitch used to look, in comparison, not in the same league. Now with the pitch, the Premier League pitch, and so is the stadium, and it's got the wow factor.
Bristol City also have a Fibrelastic pitch, and they're pretty pleased with the results.
Talking to the players and obviously me coaching on it, probably the biggest thing is the softness of it without it actually cutting up, so the lads can wear studs on it, and also the roll of the ball's very true. Sometimes you go to other pitches and the ball seems to grip along certain lines and you don't get a true roll on it, but certainly on this pitch the ball rolls true, and the players are delighted with that.
But it's club physios who are at the front line of dealing with players' injuries.
The new Fibrelastic pitches obviously got a little bit more give in them, so the joints tend to be stressed less. So we are seeing less injuries in the predominantly weight-bearing joints of ankles, knees, and especially lower back.
We changed from fibre sand to Fibrelastic in 2007. We get all the benefits of the fibre sand, but we get a few extra benefits of the Fibrelastic. Playing wise, it's a lot softer. The players are telling me it's easier to play on, it's less aggressive on the joints, etc. From a management point of view, it saves me time because we don't need to aerate it as much. We're not vertidraining it every week, for example. So from that point of view, it's doing really well. When we have had rugby here, I was a little bit concerned with regards to the softness of the pitch, whether it's going to ruck up or not, but it didn't. It played brilliantly. The surface held together well. The players came off and they all complimented the pitch. It was great to play on.
So what would you say are the prime advantages of this?
Well, the main advantage for us and for the players is the softness of it, It's an actual sand-based product that feels like a soil product. It's so much easier, you don't get your divots anymore. In the old turf pitches, when we'd re-turf mid-season, we'd get really big divots that, would take some fixing, take a lot of repairing and a lot of recovery. There wasn't enough time between games. Now with this, you just get scrapes and scars which are really easily repaired with the Fibrelastic system.
What difference does it make to you on a day-to-day basis having these practice pitches like this?
It's just made it so much easier, just for the ground staff and players alike. The players absolutely love it. They just think it's so user-friendly. They're not complaining it's firm. There's no big divots coming out. They get a lot of confidence from it because of the strength there and they're keeping their feet stable. I'll give you a good example. You find at a lot of training grounds, the players want to train at the pitch that's closest to the building, which is normally, in my case, that one at the top there. But since I've had these installed, I'm quite happy to walk down here and train on these pitches because they're so much better.
Now, it goes without saying that this is more expensive than all predecessors. So how would you justify that?
Well, the extra expense, John, can easily be justified. What do we want? We want our best players on the pitch for longer. Why? Because basically, the best players on the pitch can score us more goals and win the games.
So what are the advantages of Fibrelastic? Well, it's a softer surface, offering greater resilience and greater traction. It's player friendly, it's groundsman friendly, it protects your biggest asset, your players. And perhaps most important of all, it gives you a playing surface like that.